Hey guys, you're listening to the Driven Nutrition Podcast.
If you're not following these steps as a business owner, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to help your community.
It's about more than that. It's about me wanting to take my box to the next level.
Welcome to the Beyond Driven podcast from Driven Nutrition, where we talk about everything beyond supplements, exercising fast, and life in general. Pretty much anything that comes to mind.
For more information about Driven Nutrition, head over to www.drivennutrition.com.
This is Jason with Driven Nutrition. Earlier we had the chance to sit down and have a visit with Glenn Dyson from Fitness Lab CrossFit. They're absolutely killing the game down there with Bro Scoops. By offering Bro Scoop cards to your members, you're not only going to increase your revenue from expansion of products, but as you'll learn, Glenn is selling $40 to $60 every week just in Bro Scoops. So give it a listen, learn how he's doing it, see if it's something you want to implement in your gym, and feel free to give us feedback or share how it's going for you. Thanks.
This is Jason Rule with Driven Nutrition. A while back, I had tagged Glenn in your gym up because you've got a beautiful setup. Your new gym has been built out, and your retail setting is amazing. I think it was Corey Proctor that had asked, "Hey, who's got a sick setup?" And so I tagged you up. And you had mentioned how well you guys are doing with the Bro Scoops. So would you introduce yourself a little bit? Tell everybody listening who you are, what gym you're with, how to find you, so they can see those pictures and see what you're doing.
Sure. Thanks for having me. My name is Glenn Dyson. I own Fitness Lab CrossFit, which is in New Braunfels, Texas. We're in between San Antonio and Austin. This is our fourth year in business, and this is pretty much our 1 year anniversary, Jason, with Driven Nutrition. I actually learned about you and your products listening to Mike Cashew and the Brute Strength podcast. So I was happy that they put out that content, and I thought you had a really compelling story, and I was like, man, that's the kind of company that I want to partner with. So here we are celebrating 1 year together, and I've learned a lot from you, and I've learned a lot from your organization. And one of the best things that you put out from a content standpoint was last fall. You shared with me the concept of Bro Scoops, and I just thought it was fantastic. So what you guys were doing, in lieu of members coming up and constantly trying to get a scoop out of your own personal stash, bro, can I get a scoop? You actually decided to monetize that and create a punch card type system. And I thought that was brilliant. We wanted to implement it right away, but we were, like you said, we were transitioning to our new facility. And so around that time we transitioned, we also switched our software over from Zen Planner over to PushPress. And PushPress has a really nice retail application, which is just a couple of clicks, okay, and then you're checked out. So what we did is we opened up every single pre-wad that you offer. We opened up with the new Disrupt product line, and then we bought the 5-pound canisters of all of the Driven Whey, and then we opened up a canister of creatine and glutamine. And so we have this all out on this beautiful bar. We've got this nice chalkboard above, which basically outlines what the products are and what the pricing is, and that's next to that big old drink cooler that's filled with healthy meals from the Healthy Smoker and Kill Cliff. And, man, it has been absolutely fantastic. We've had that offering available. We moved in essentially the last week of December. So we've had that up and running for about a month now, and we're somewhere between $40 and $60 a week in Bro Scoops.
Okay, so let's circle back. It's literally just, hey, bro, can I get a scoop? And so we take that because there isn't a better way to introduce products or new flavor to members better than sampling. And but that does get expensive. So when somebody comes up and gets a scoop, how has that translated to more sales? You know, whether it's a new flavor or a new product, are you seeing a lot of traction with that?
Yeah, really. I mean, if you think about it, you know, there's danger in offering too many choices to a consumer. I mean,
right.
You know, if you go out to eat at like Cheesecake Factory, it's just absolutely maddening. Well, when we're talking about protein and things like that, to spend $40, $50, $60 on a bag of protein is sort of a big hurdle for somebody to get over mentally. And they're like, well, what if I don't like the flavor? Then I'm stuck with, you know, this bag of expensive protein. Well,
right.
We've eliminated that obstacle or that smoke screen. Say, look, you know, you guys are more than welcome to buy from us because we're a stocking distributor of the Driven line. We carry, you know, at any given time, every single flavor of every single product. So it's there. Why don't you sample, figure out what flavor you like, and if you like that for 30 days, great. You can come back the next time and try a different flavor. Or some people, it's sort of a rare happening, but a couple people just stop buying the canister, and now they're just buying a scoop every time they come in. And that's great too. In fact, it's even better because most of our people work out, you know, 4 or 5 days a week. And
right.
Our margins are even better on the Bro Scoop than they are just selling a retail canister. So it's a win all the way around.
So what do you sell let's say a scoop of protein, what do you sell that for?
$2 per serving.
So there's 72 servings in a jug of protein. So you're getting $140 out of the 5 pounds?
Yeah, now that you put it that way, I almost feel like a criminal, but you know, that's what's happening. People pay $2 for a scoop, and then they're paying $1 for a scoop of either the pre-wad or Disrupt, or in some instances, they're paying $2 for a scoop of protein and then another $1 for a scoop of glutamine and creatine, and we call that the gain stack.
Nice. So there's a lot of value, and there's times where it's frustrating. Brian and I, one of the other owners, were talking just the other day. Like sometimes we forget to take our supplements to the gym, and we're just standing there, just kind of like feeling so lonely, and going up and asking somebody else. You just get done, you know, with a workout. You're like, oh, I need some protein, but I don't have any. So it's such a convenience having all of the flavors there. And while somebody may not want to buy a 30 serving or 70 serving of strawberry, every once in a while that sweet tooth may kick in, and so that's a great option for you guys. Good job.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for the idea. We're really enjoying it. And, you know, when we rolled that out, we did it, Jason, in our private Facebook group, and we just set the parameters and said, look, you know, we really would like for you to consider buying your supplements from us. You know, we understand that you have many choices, but we're all in with this company. This is another CrossFit centric brand. You know, you're not going to find this product line anywhere else, which, as an aside, is a tremendous relief to me because there's nothing more frustrating than pioneering a brand inside the gym, only to see your members walk in with some that they bought at Walmart or Costco or Sam's or even at the convenience store down the street.
Right.
So that's just absolutely maddening. But yeah, man, we've really done well with your line, and people are receptive to that message that you're trying to offer something that's convenient, it's affordable, and you know, it helps us keep our prices in check. So I think they appreciate that.
It's a win-win for everybody. Now, so when somebody goes to the bar, they can self-check out. Did you say you have gloves there?
Yeah.
You can put on?
Yeah, so obviously we actually have hand washing signs up everywhere, in particular during, you know, the nasty seasons like we're in right now. But yeah, we have hand sanitizer up there, and then we also put some non-sterile gloves, just some latex gloves up there. And we use the Bro Scoops, the Scoop Mate for the Bro Scoop canisters. and that holds the little serving scoop at the top. And then they put their gloved hand in there, and the cootie factor is essentially eliminated. So it's all good.
Right on. So did you read the Scoop Mate? Did you read the email that I sent out about that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah, that was that's a story that 3 years ago, Elliot, he was 13 at the time, he was digging through our protein. He goes, "Dad, you need to invent something that would keep the scoop from falling down into this container, because we keep our protein up on top of the fridge on its side, so it's in the cabinet." And so just creating dialogue back and forth, like, okay, what would it look like? And then before long, we had this drawing, and Val walked by and said, "What is that?" And I said, "Well, it's just something we're just talking about of, how would you keep the protein or the scoop from falling into the jug?" And still this day, I have that drawing in my drawer. And so shortly after that, I went and bought a 3D printer, kind of designed it, 3D CAD it, and so yeah, it works.
I love it, man. I love it. It's such a cute story, but I'm not really surprised he got his innovation and entrepreneurial spirit from you. So that's such a cool story, man. You should be proud of that.
Thank you. I am. He does a good job with it, and it's so thank you for the kudos on the Scoop Mate. By the time we come out with this will be old news. So we are coming out with a new flavor. You'll be the first one to know about this, of Amino.
Awesome.
We've matched the flavor of Disrupt Lemonade to the Amino.
Oh, great.
It's going to be a limited run. So when it's gone, if we sell it through fast enough, we may look at substituting one of the other flavors. We'll probably stick with 3, but for now, probably by mid next week, we'll have this finished, everything bottled, labeled up, and ready to rock and roll. So
nice. We'll bring some in. So
yeah, I'll be curious to see how that does on the Bro Scoop bar.
I'll let you know. Yeah,
please.
I think we're selling probably, if I were to guess, 6 or 7 scoops of pre-wad every day. So that's definitely helping the uptake and adoption of that product for people's bags. So
yeah, and it's a good way to transition, because a lot of people are concerned about taking a pre-workout. Well, is it something that's going to make me jittery? And they just need to feel it the first time to know that it's not.
Yeah.
So they buy it after they know that they like it. So that's cool.
Absolutely. Hey, we took your Bro Scoop up a notch. We call that the gain stack.
Nice. So tell me, the phone just beeped off here for a second. Tell me again what that combination is.
Oh, that's creatine and glutamine. We call that the gain stack, and that's $1.
Perfect.
So yeah, after you and I had that conversation, it really was a no-brainer for us. I mean, there's no better way to get people interested in the product beyond sampling it, because it's a commitment, to spend $40, $50, $60 on a bag of protein, and you're uncertain about, the flavor and how it's going to taste over the long haul. The way we positioned it was, look, we're going to have all the flavors available for you to sample. You can just buy a scoop when you're done working out, or if you choose, you can obviously buy it, because we are a stocking distributor of your products. And the feedback from everyone was, man, what a great idea. That's genius. We would love to do that. And then some people just get bored from a flavor standpoint. So, one day it's strawberry, next day it's chocolate milkshake, so on and so forth. So, the net takeaway is I think we are selling at this point almost $40 a week in scoops.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, it's incremental gains at this point as our membership continues to rise and people become more familiar and comfortable with the concept. I could easily see us selling, $100 a week in scoops. That's unbelievable. And we're not scared to open up a 5-pound canister, because, the way that we have our agreement structured, the margins are so fantastic. So, maybe we miss out on a couple scoops here or there. Somebody forgets to check in. I'm not really overly concerned about it. Whereas with other product lines, the margins are so thin, one bag goes missing out of a shipment, there's your profit for the entire order. And that's
right.
That's really troublesome. So, let me make one more comment. I like the idea of the Bro Scoop card, and that's what we were going to go with. But we changed our club management software in December, and we made the switch over to PushPress. And the way that PushPress has the retail app set up, it's literally 2 clicks with a button on an iPad, and it makes checkout very easy, and it's on the spot, so even my customers can check themselves out.
Nice. So you actually have it set up to where the customer can take care of the scoop themselves. They can then charge their own account. Does it go on their account or does it go on their card at the time?
Yeah, so there are actually 2 options that you can set up inside PushPress. It's an immediate transaction directly to the credit card,
okay.
or it can accumulate and then charge at the end of the month.
Okay.
For me, it's just as easy to knock it out on the spot. So.
Excellent. So one thing that I've always kind of I've had a belief of, and this may be an illusion, I'm not sure, but I feel as though that if gyms would introduce the Bro Scoop, the scoop bar like you guys have, the long-term effect of not just selling. It's great to sell $40 worth of scoops a week. That's great income because you're paying very quickly for those bottles that you've opened. But the long-term effect, I'm seeing your orders go up and up and up. So you're selling more product. Is that right?
Yeah, without a doubt. We just introduced the concept not even 30 days ago, so it's still very much in its infancy. Mm-hmm. And, I'll send you another picture, but now we actually have signage on that chalkboard that's above the scoop bar. So, it's very clearly outlined, what the product offering is and how much it costs. So I anticipate that will go up in short order. But yeah, the longer other owners have the Driven product line, I would guarantee an increase over time. And it's not, a mellow growth. It's pretty rapid. I'm placing 2, if not 3 orders with you every single month. And, we do things a little differently. Cash flow is not so much of an issue for us at this point, so I don't have to pre-sell product. I like to have a par level of 6 units on mm-hmm. every single SKU or every single item that you offer. And then when the par level gets down to 2 or 3, I have alerts set up in the system. So we're turning over our products. We're turning over that inventory. Our retail on any given month in a low month is about $3,500. This month, so far, we're already at $3,500. Last month, I think our sales were about $4,300. And this is in absence of clothing. We're doing a clothing refresh, and that's, on any given month, clothing is $1,500 to $2,000.
Oh, you're doing great.
So it's essential to have this line. That's what we told people. We said, look, there are lots of choices in the community. You can go to generic supplement shop or the big ones. But we're keeping our prices consistent, and honestly, they're low in relation to the market, like in Austin or San Antonio. We should charge more. We're the best gym in town, but if you'll partner with us and buy these supplements that you're buying somewhere else, it'll help us keep our prices in line. And I think that message was pretty well received.
So that's beautiful. And I preach that over and over again. Like, this is going to be a big part of our community. And it's going to be part of how we grow.
Yeah.
So how did you communicate that? Was it email? Did you talk to members? Did you do a Facebook Live? How did you make it hit so well?
Oh, great question. So we have a private Facebook group, for our members, and I actually put that message in I try to do like a monthly State of the Union. Here's what's going on. Here's how the month went, so on and so forth. So that went out that way. And then in terms of the actual how to do this, how to navigate through the Bro Scoot bar, here's what this product is. We usually do Facebook Live videos for that. And I'd say the engagement is, probably 75 to 80%. And then generally I'll have the coaches push something, hey, what's going on? What are you guys doing before? What do your aminos look like? But, at the root of everything, we have a really strong nutrition program in our gym. We've got 3 coaches that offer one-on-one coaching, and we're really consistent with our messaging. Look, if your diet is crap, then, supplements probably are not going to help you. A supplement is an augment to an already solid, understanding of nutrition and food intake and values and all of that.
Right.
So, as that message becomes, baseline for our members, I think our supplement line will, continue to grow and evolve. So we just, we try and stay very consistent with our messaging to our people.
Right on. Cool. You guys are doing great. So is there anything else that you want to add as far as retail, things that you've seen that have been successful? I mean, the Facebook Live is great. Having the coaches, drop a little bit of knowledge, a few questions now and then, is great. Some of the things that we talk about with other affiliates over and over again is push a message out on Facebook and then have the member. And what that does is that brings dialogue back from the member to you. So if we come out, like we have the coaches newsletter that, about every 4 or 5 days they get a new article about our products or about us or, just something in general. And we just encourage the coaches, like, look, if this speaks to you, if this is something that one of your members has recently been asking, just share the article, because every email links back to the original article. And it's just as a way to try to create dialogue from the members.
No, I really appreciated you doing that. You and I've had a number of conversations about that, and I think educating, if owners can educate their staff, and you're offering that education for free. You just get an email and get that coach to confirm that registration, and then you're pushing out the content. Look, this is what the product is. This is what the product does. These are the intended consequences or results from taking the product. And that, that gives the coaches solid dialogue to have with members. Because that's, ultimately at the end of the day, having information is fundamental, but being able to communicate that in a clear and concise way to members so they don't overthink it and overcomplicate it. It's a simple transaction.
Right.
And that's so valuable to me as an owner. So I appreciate that resource.
Good. I appreciate you saying that. It's something we're trying to get better at, and I know that it's important. It's one of those things you forget. When you do something day in and day out, you forget that breaking it down to what is the easiest way to digest this information, and then let's provide that out to the people who need it, and that's the coaches, the owners. So
yeah, without a doubt.
I'm glad it's working. Well, Glenn, is there anything else you want to add before that? I'm absolutely grateful for the time. Sincerely, the kind words, it means a lot. Is there anything that you'd like to add before we hop off?
No, again, I just want to press in on that. I mean, it's really important. As an affiliate owner, we wear so many hats, and there's always, in my opinion, the really good boxes are interacting with one another. Maybe not so much in the same locality or the same general area, but I think if you can somehow help other owners connect. I mean, I've turned 5 or 6 people onto you, and now they're customers of yours and they're doing really well. That sharing of best practices, that is so important. and there are small pockets of learning and interaction that happen. I maybe some sort of at some point, like a summit of some of your top customers, people that are forward thinking or progressive. Hey, I work with this guy. You should go and talk to this lady. I think they're doing some really cool things with their gym, and that might benefit the both of you. Maybe some additional networking would be cool.
I like that.
I mean, because I think you're already doing such a great job. I mean, you promote learning tools, and you want people to understand your products, and you're pushing that out for owners, and then also owners coaches. I think those are the real value adds that make our partnership more than just a transaction based on profit. I mean, because your margins are fantastic. I would not bring in any other products. So I'm grateful for that.
That's a beautiful idea. It would really be a treat for me, not only to see that knowledge kind of get pooled, but there's so many of you guys that I've made a connection with and a friendship with, but I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. So,
yeah,
man, what a great idea. I'm gonna have to find a way to make that work. Maybe a centrally located place like Branson.
Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't have to be something that you guys sponsor. That's a bizarre request, but look, we're gonna hold this thing in our gym, and it's gonna be a weekend over the summer, or just a couple of days, or what have you. I still think that there's some value in the traveling road show to get around and meet your customers, but I also understand the expense of things like that. So putting a name with a face will be great as well.
Awesome. So let me end on this note. All of our affiliate owners that are out there, if you work with us, you have my personal cell phone. If this is something that you would like, let's see if we can get enough interest. Shoot me a text, and we'll throw it against the wall and see if it sticks.
Sounds good.
All right, Glenn. Hey, you have a great weekend, and again, thank you so much for taking this time, and it was a great way to start this day. I'm grateful.
Hey, yeah, thanks again for your friendship.
For more information about Driven Nutrition, head over to www.drivennutrition.com.